We also presented ordinary people in our Illuminate strand. Illuminate is a series of films that focus on mental health issues, and it's a really important part of the programme to us, and something we want to do and develop.
So, hello everyone and welcome to this screening of Ordinary People. Firstly, I'd like to thank Fiona Clark, Michael Hayden and everyone at the Cork Film Festival for inviting me this year to pick a film influence to screen as part of the Illuminate strand. I've paid close attention to this strand of films over the past few years, and I've always thought the section to be innovative and exciting, a place to catch the most important films relating to the themes of mental health. Firstly, I'm aware that there may be some people here who have yet to see this film, and of course if you only ever get to see a film for the first time once, so although this introduction discusses the film, there's no major spoilers anyway. Okay, so firstly, Ordinary People was made in 1980. It was directed by Robert Redford from the script by Alvin Sargent, which was adapted from a book by Judith Guest. The film stars Donald Sutherland, Mary Tyler Moore, Judd Hirsch and Timothy Hutton, who plays Conrad. It's a visceral story about how the accidental death of a teenage boy affects his family. The film won 4 Academy Awards for Robert Redford, Timothy Hutton, Alvin Sargent, and for Best Picture, controversially beating Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull that year. I've had many debates with my students about that decision. Okay, so when asked to pick a film influence for the Illuminate strand, Ordinary People was the first film that came to mind, probably because of the impact the film had on me as a teenager. I've never been asked to select a film that means something to me in this way before. I had to do some soul searching and real thinking about why this film plays such an important part in my life. I know I'm here in a room full of movie lovers who would agree that seeing a film can often take the occasion of a life event. Regardless of genre or tone, a story, a character, or an artistic intention can strike a chord at a certain time in our lives for whatever personal reasons, and the experience remains with us. Ordinary People, to me, as a teenager, was one of those experiences. It revealed to me that films could be much more than entertainment. Introducing Ordinary People feels just as personal as if I was introducing one of my own films. I rewatched it recently in preparation for what I would say to you this morning, and was struck by the degree to how much it has affected my own work. Even more than I thought, hidden trauma and inner struggle feature heavily as themes in both my first 2 feature films. The film deals with the challenging themes of grief and healing. In storytelling, as in life, we know that character is revealed when it's tested. Well, every character is tested in this film. Buck's death affects everyone deeply, and every character has something special to tell us. For example, Conrad's mother, Beth, who seems uncaring on the outside, but who is, in my view, terrified to let herself feel for the pain it will bring, depicts a very believable response to trauma. We worry for characters we know are in a dangerous place, and we do, as we do when Conrad's friend imparts her father's advice that the only one who can help me is myself. In a humane and compassionate manner, we witness the damage passed on from one hurt person to another. The film takes a hard look at us. Sometimes it's a painful look, but as we know, with the potential of any art form, when we look at painful things, we can start to understand them. Hard questions are asked in this film in a manner that echoes our own thoughts, I feel. Conrad asks, why do unfair things have to happen to people? Berger, his therapist, asks him in return, how long are you going to punish yourself? I watched Ordinary People for the first time on television, around the time I first started reading about screenwriting. Make your central characters likable, they tell you. Otherwise, why would we want to spend 2 hours with this person? They sometimes ask, what makes this story so extraordinary that it warrants the scale of a feature film? Ordinary People makes no such efforts to appeal in this way to the audience. The film presents Conrad as a typical and real person, a young person in this world who is struggling. By asking us to identify with him in this real way, the film doesn't just succeed in making us like him as a character, we care deeply for him. This relationship offers us viewers something very special to take into our own lives. A younger me could never unhear the line, would you ever give yourself a break? It impacted heavily on me as a teenager, and now it remains.
The young boy had suffered a trauma and it kept coming back very real to him, so he probably had maybe even post-traumatic stress. And there was obviously a whole bereavement going on in the family, and the mother she had suppressed her emotions and wasn't allowing the rest of them to express their emotions. So I suppose there was oppression and a dysfunctional family. So, and then I think maybe she had lived her magazine life through her perfect son, the boy who died in the accident. And I think the younger boy had probably survivor guilt for having, and also sometimes if you're the person who survives it, you feel bad about it.
Which is understandable.
Which is, understandable, but extraordinary circumstances that most of us have probably never been through.
Exactly. What do you think, like in regards to the two parents, you handle the situation better and
I think the father, he tried to get on with everybody, and therefore he was a very flexible person, and sometimes strength is in the flexible. If you think of a reed, it's very flexible, whereas the mother was one way only, and she was more likely not to be flexible, and therefore she was the weaker character, even though society may have thought that she was coping with it better, in that she was still chatting to her friends, playing golf, and all the rest.
Mental health, do you think the stigma has been changed since the 80s, or do you reckon it's still the same, or do you think it's improved?
I think your generation is more tolerant than our generation. I think social media helps people tell their emotions, maybe not face to face, but you can express how you feel on social media without maybe, in one way you put yourself out there and it's always on record, but in another way it feels a little bit removed, and therefore you're getting it off your chest, and maybe it is better.